Welcome to Asian Star Trend. Our channel updates hot news about Asia's most popular stars. Please subscribe and comment to help us update better videos in an industry where image is everything and every gesture is calculated. Sometimes it is the smallest, most unscripted moments that cut through the noise. It happened in the middle of a routine interview. Yulong, dressed in a boldly patterned shirt that already had everyone chuckling, was seated under the soft glow of studio lights. As the camera framed him, viewers expected the usual, a quick adjustment, a polite smile, the kind of polished composure that celebrities wear like armor. Instead, he leaned forward, tugged at his collar, and with a boyish grin revealed a label inside. "My wife chose this," he said. That single sentence, said with unguarded pride, was like dropping a pebble into a still lake. The ripples went far beyond the studio. Screens lit up across the country. Social media feeds exploded. And for a moment, the entertainment world, so often wrapped up in scandal and spectacle, paused to savor something rare, unfiltered affection. Yang Mi, sitting nearby, could only shake her head in exasperation. She had told him he was being childish. And yet, in that moment, a line between playfulness and sincerity blurred. What began as a silly gesture became a declaration, simple but profound. Here was a man who wasn't afraid to show that love makes him proud. Perhaps that is why this tiny act touched so many. It reminded us that behind the lights and cameras, there is something universal we all crave: to love, to be loved, and to say it out loud. And maybe, when the interview ended and the screens went dark, viewers carried with them a quiet truth, that happiness sometimes hides in the smallest, bravest gestures. There was no script, no advance cue, and yet, the moment unfolded with more tension and sweetness than any idle drama. As Yulong leaned forward and tugged open his collar, all eyes were on him. Beside him, Yang Mi didn't stop him. She didn't even look surprised. Instead, she smiled, shook her head, and in a voice soft enough to quiet the room, said a line that made millions of viewers feel like they had just witnessed something private. "I've been telling you all along he's so childish. Now you believe me, right?" It sounded like a complaint, but it carried the unmistakable weight of affection. The internet erupted. Some fans teased him for showing off too much. Others defended him, insisting that what people had just seen wasn't a performance. And that's the truth. Yulong has no concept of marketing his love. That simple gesture wasn't strategy. It was instinct. In an age where romance often looks like a curated highlight reel, grand proposals under the Eiffel Tower, scripted declarations and hot air balloons, Yulong's way is strikingly unpolished. And that's exactly why it feels so real to him. The shirt he wore wasn't about fashion. It was proof. Proof that she is part of his life. Proof that he is proud to be loved by her. Every smile, every gesture, every impulsive confession is untouched by calculation. Perhaps that is what people saw in that moment: not a celebrity, but a man quietly declaring to the world, "I'm happy," and she's the reason. It lasted only seconds. But when the cameras cut, viewers were left with the echo of something we rarely see on screen: love that doesn't need staging. What first looked like a playful bit of bragging revealed, on closer glance, something far deeper: pride, tenderness, and a joy so pure that it refused to stay hidden. Yulong wasn't trying to make a headline. There was no script, no PR agenda behind the gesture. He simply could not hold back the happiness in his chest. Where others protect love like a secret treasure, he wears his openly, almost recklessly, as if to say, "Look at what I've been given. How could I possibly keep this to myself?" For him, being loved by Yang Mi is not something to downplay. It's an honor. And that, perhaps, is why this moment moves so many. In a world where romance is often carefully packaged, his honesty felt disarming. Some might call it immature. But what he expressed was not childishness, it was clarity. A quiet, instinctive declaration, as unpolished as it was sincere: "She's mine. I love her. And I want everyone to know it." Yang Mi's soft reply, "I told you so," landed like a whisper meant only for him. Her words, framed as a gentle tease, held within them the warmth of everyday understanding. It is the language of two people who have learned to meet each other halfway, a rhythm of indulgence and affection built over time. He didn't flinch, didn't bristle. He just smiled, unbothered, his expression carrying a calm certainty that needed no explanation. In that moment, the lights, cameras, and questions fell away. What remained was a glimpse of something rarely seen in the public eye, love that has nothing to prove, because it already knows its worth. He knows exactly how mischievous he can be. And yet, instead of stopping him, Yang Mi chooses to stand beside him, sharing in his playful defiance, letting his little acts of romance bloom without interruption. This isn't passivity. It's a quiet wisdom that comes with love. The deepest form of understanding between two people doesn't need the words "I understand." It lies in knowing when to say nothing at all. If the other person wants to express their love, let them. If they want to be proud, smile and let them be. That silent permission creates a warmth no declaration could match. True love isn't about control, it's about allowing someone to be their truest self. The moment Yu Long tugged at his collar, the internet erupted. Comment sections flooded, fan communities buzzed, and timelines became a collage of screenshots and replayed clips. It wasn't just because the gesture was sweet. It was because it felt so real. In a world filtered and airbrushed, that brief, unguarded moment landed like a splash of cold spring water. Some joked that Yu Long might be the last man in the entertainment industry brave enough to make such an open declaration of marriage. Others teased that he had just made a global announcement of his love. Yet beneath the humor was a collective sigh of relief. Finally, something honest, because at its core, this wasn't about a shirt, or even about Yu Long and Yang Mi. It was about what people long for: an ideal kind of relationship. One that is simple, comfortable, indulgent, deeply knowing. For a few minutes, the world got to see that such love still exists, and that, in itself, is rare. While fans laughed out loud, a quieter thought rippled beneath the humor. What would it be like to meet someone like Yu Long? Someone who would tug at his collar in public and proudly say, "She's my wife." In an entertainment industry where love stories often feel like carefully curated scripts, passionate on the surface but hollow at the core, Yu Long and Yang Mi stand apart. Their relationship doesn't look arranged. It feels unplanned, unfiltered, as if life itself chose to flow this way. When time captures love so truthfully, you can feel it. Their gestures aren't scenes written for a camera. But when the camera does catch them, it feels like a rare stroke of luck. These moments don't need trending hashtags or glossy packaging. They move people precisely because they are unpolished. From those early interviews where Yu Long casually mentioned Yang Mi, to the way she sneaks glances at him on variety shows, to this now famous tug at his collar, every show-off moment has been another unscripted love letter. Perhaps their love doesn't have the grandeur or spectacle of others. But it's exactly because it's so simple that it resonates. A shirt chosen with care, a boyish grin, and a soft "my wife picked this." These details carry more weight than 1,000 choreographed declarations. True love isn't built from fireworks, it's built from 1,000 ordinary moments of deep companionship. They resemble an ordinary couple next door, imperfect, but genuine, and that is why they feel rare, worth cherishing. Because in every glance and every laugh, people see the tenderness they long for and believe, even just for a moment, that love can still be this pure.